So, I'm here in Sosua, and the first thing I can tell you, as compared to Santiago, is that people are begging and hitting me up for things every which way but loose. I mean, this is a big difference between Santiago and Sosua, and to a lesser extent, Puerto Plata. Puerto Plata also has a little of that. But the minute I get in off the Carib tours from Santiago, and this is May 24th, May 23rd, 2021, and I'm in Sosua right now. But the minute you get here, people are asking, take my moto ride, okay? And then when you say no, thank you, they say no, don't worry, you won't get hurt. And I say no, that's all right, I'm gonna go this way. And they say, no, really, this isn't the center of Sosua. I say, yeah, I know it's not quite the center, but actually I can walk. Really, I can take you there. I mean, non-stop. In Santiago, first of all, they rarely come up to you. Okay, they rarely even come up to you. And you can in Santiago, if you give them a no, they're off you. I mean, it's not even there. But in Santiago, it rarely happens. I mean, there's very few places where I go in my daily life in Santiago where there is anybody trying to hit me up for anything. Okay? Yeah, it happens here and there, but it's a blue moon. It's a walk in the. It's just very rare. And even at the Carib tours in Santiago, when the taxi guys are there, you know, they may start looking, and every once in a while one will start coming towards me a little bit, and I'll just shake my head slightly, and that's it. They won't even say, hey. No, they'll leave it alone. It's just very different. And for long-term living, I'd have to say that is a huge issue. You can't go anywhere in Sosua without someone hitting you up. I mean, I would say 10 times I go out of my hotel and walk towards Sosua Beach, and you know, I'll get hit up 10 times, sometimes from across the street, sometimes right next to me, and they want to shake your hand. I don't blame them. Make no mistake, I don't blame them. I don't judge them. Okay, I don't blame them. I don't judge them. Okay, I really don't judge. I really don't. Okay? Not in the least bit. We're all children of God. We're all equal in front of God. And you know, I'll tell you, I don't fault them for wanting to make a buck, and you know, they've got no other marketing program other than just hitting you up. But it's really a pain in the ass. You almost feel like you're not part of the community I hate that word community. It gets so fucking abused these days. I just don't feel like a normal citizen. Well, I'm not a citizen here, so it's just you don't get to conduct your business in sort of a reasonable, decent fashion without unwanted solicitations, continual, non-stop solicitations. And then what's crazy? Here's another huge difference. In Santiago, these fucking taxi cab drivers, I know the rates in Santiago, right? I came in 2018, stayed for a month. I've been here 3 months right now, over 3 months. And I'll tell you, the Santiago taxi cab drivers, whoever it is, and really no one on motorcycles gives you an offer for a ride in Santiago. No one on a motorcycle says, here, let me give you a ride on my motorcycle. Nobody does that. If there's a taxi guy who happens to be outside of one of the stores and he gives you or in the mall, there's a particular mall. I like to go to the Jumbo in Colinas from time to time because they have a few products I like. The taxi cab drivers there, their rates are spot on. I mean, they're exactly the rate. I mean, they don't bump it up. They don't bump it up. Maybe they bump it up just a teeny bit. That's another difference. Here, these fucking motorcycle guys are charging me more than the entire fucking fare from Carib tours from Santiago to Sosua, right? I mean, it's insane. I mean, they're ready to rip you off. I mean, they're ready to just take you for a fucking ride. This is, again, so I remember in 2018, this is the difference. In 2018, I left my apartment early. I had a longer lease, and the lady went way out of her fucking trouble to give me all of the deposit back. More than a deposit, because I had paid 6 months in advance, and I needed to go. And I had to get on to this other place. She even sent it to me by Carib Express, or maybe it was by Western Union. I don't remember. But she sent it to me from Santiago to Santo Domingo while I was there waiting for my plane. Can you believe it? It's 100% true. I mean, it was just outstanding. The character of the people in Santiago is just so much better. But so there you go. So that's just one thing you've got to consider is in Santiago, you can go to stores, you can go to here and there, and people kind of treat you like you're just another person in society going about their business, and they'll try to speak to you in Spanish. They may try to speak to you in English if they can speak English. There's some call centers in Santiago. There are certain parts of Santiago that are just extremely, their internet infrastructure is just spot on. Not all of them. There's a page, by the way, there's a page that Claro has where you can go there and you can discover which areas and which neighborhoods have buildings with direct fiber to home, so you get over that quote unquote last mile problem. You know, the last mile issue, if you search for it on the internet, on Google, you'll discover that's a big issue in terms of connectivity and the quality of your internet, right? So, but at any rate, so this is just one thing about Santiago that I like so much more than Sosua, is the fact that you can just go about your business and people don't really pay attention to you. Everybody here has got like this lurking eye. I encourage anyone to go ahead and spend a week in Santiago, go to the grocery stores, go to a department. First of all, there are real grocery, I mean, there are here too, but I mean, there are far more large shopping centers, good shopping centers, but I don't know, that's not that big a deal. But at any rate, spend a week there, right? Spend a week there and notice the difference. Yeah, so at any rate,